Hey everyone, so I'm back again with another video. This around I have some more video game pickups to share with you guys. And even though I said this in the past that thrift stores were completely dead right now and I haven't been able to find anything for a long time, I still go by that, but I did manage to find some stuff that was pretty interesting, and I have to say that I did have a good week here. But still, for the most part, I'm just not finding stuff like I used to. Not even just sort of run of the mill stuff anymore. Just it seems like I lucked out here, but who knows when I'll find more stuff in the future. So first up, I wanted to show you guys this one game. I got this at a Value Village that I don't usually go to, but I happened to be in the area, so I thought I'd stop by and take a look. And good thing that I did stop by. I found this in the video game section. There was almost nothing there. A couple of Wii games like Wii Play and Wii Sports. But then I saw this here and I was like, surely this has been stolen. Like, every time I find this game, the disc is missing. But I managed to find it, and it actually had the disc inside. The case is destroyed, and the disc is kind of scratched. But I got it reduced from $4.99 to just $2.99. It's a copy of Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the original Xbox. The case is for the initial release of it, but the disc inside is the Platinum Hits disc. And like I said, it's kind of scratched up, but hopefully it should still work. And as for the case, I have multiple other cases for this game as well, so I could easily just swap that out. And I even have the manual for it as well. This is one of the games that I almost always find in thrift stores that is stolen, and for once I was able to actually grab one. Next up, I want to show you guys. I got two N64 controllers, one standard gray one and one red one. This is my first red N64 controller. In fact, I think this is the only one that I've ever had, other than the two jungle green ones that I found. This is the only one that I found that hasn't been gray. But yeah, I got them. They were priced at $9.99 each, but I had 30% off on them, so it was only $7 each for those. Still kind of steep, but I mean, good N64 controllers are hard to come by. In Toronto especially, it seems like all the stores that sell video game stuff charge a lot for N64 controllers. I mean, I feel like every time that I see them in local stores, they're either $25 or $30, or even more sometimes for just an N64 controller, and that kind of sucks. Next up, I went to the display case at the front of the Value Village that I usually go to, and I'm looking around, and at first I don't really see anything. There is a bunch of stuff in there, especially a lot of bag stuff, and a lot of it was just sort of shining. Like the bags were reflecting a lot of light, so I couldn't really see what was in there. I saw a couple of things that were kind of interesting. Like I saw a Watchmen book. I think it was a large Watchmen art book from the 80s or 90s. But for whatever reason, they wanted $400 for it. So I was like, buy to that. Definitely not going to buy that. Um, but then I was looking around closer and I managed to see this here. And this was priced at $19.99, but I had 30% off. So I only paid, what is that, $14 plus tax. At first look, I was like, "Yep, this is definitely a decent deal. I'll go for it." It's a Game Boy Pocket, a blue Game Boy Pocket. But what definitely sold me on this was when I flipped it around and I saw a copy of Pokemon Red in it. That was definitely a plus. And now, just to open this up and get it out, the screen on it too is not scratch free, but it has only a few light scratches on it, which is uh, definitely good. And there doesn't seem to be any corrosion in the battery compartment there, so that's another plus as well. Now, hopefully, this plays just fine, uh, and it actually looks really clean as well. Like, that's a really good label on it. It might even replace my copy of the game. But yeah, that was really nice to find for just $14. Now, the last set of stuff that I want to show you guys here is actually the best set by far. At first, I didn't even notice this just because when it was upside down like this, I had no idea what the hell this was. But I asked to take a closer look at it, and the second I flipped it around, I knew exactly what it was. And that's what I saw from the front, the DS logo. Now, I'm covering up the price tag just for a few seconds here as I tell the story. I looked at this initially, and I opened it up, and I saw some decent stuff on the inside of it. But the first thing was a system, and pretty much that's the system right there. It's just a black DS Lite. It's actually missing the sort of plastic piece that goes in there in the GBA slot, and it doesn't have a stylus either. But I saw this, and it had the plug for it as well, the charger, I should say. And I tried charging this in store, and it wouldn't power on. I had it charging for like 5 minutes. There was nothing. So I asked the manager if he could reduce the price on it, and he said that they could reduce it by 20%. So along with my 30% off, it was 50% off altogether. And it was 50% off of $29.99. So I just paid $15 for this set. Now, once I got home and I put it on the charger, I left it on the charger for a couple of hours, and I went back to it. This time, it did power on, as you can see there, if I can sort of deal with that, but kind of hard to tell. But it is working just fine. There are a couple of scratches on the lower screen, and like I said, the stylus and the plastic piece in the GBA slot are missing, but at least it works, so I can definitely trade that for something else because I already have a black DS Lite. But the main reason why I went ahead and spent the money on this set of stuff was not for the possibly working DS, but instead for the games. Now, let me just go through from worst to best, in my opinion at least. First game is Pets Hamsters Life 2, which I'd throw out, but I feel bad about that. Next is Care Bear's Care Quest for the Game Boy Advance. Followed up, there is Pac-Man Collection, starting to get a little bit better there. Followed by Sonic the Hedgehog. I think it's just a port of the original Sonic the Hedgehog game. Now moving on to the much better stuff. A copy of Kirby Canvas Curse, but I already have that game, so that'll be going out to trade as well. Another game I already have, and I got this way back when it came out and played it to hell. New Super Mario Bros. For DS. Again, another game that I will be trading or selling off. And the game that I wanted the absolute most when I saw this bundle, I absolutely had to have it. A game that I've been looking for some time loose, just because I already have the case and manual for it. And the case and manual that I have for it, I got for free. The game that I'm talking about is Super Princess Peach. Now, I've been looking for this for the longest time, and the cheapest that I saw this game was $20 loose, and I was almost about to spend $20 on it, but then again, I was kind of slow to it, and somebody else managed to get it before me, which kind of sucked, but oh well, you win some, you lose some. but I thought I'd just wait out on it just in case I do find it, and I managed to come across it in this bundle here. Now I have the game complete. I can just stick it in there and finally have it there to add to my collection. I tried playing a little bit of it. The emotion controls, I think they call it Princess Power. Kind of hard for me to figure out right now, but I think I'll get it eventually. But again, very happy to finally add this game to my collection, and very happy to have a good week at the thrift stores for the first time in a long time. But yeah, that's what I got. As always, leave comments in the comment section below. Anything you'd like to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything at all, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Check out my Facebook, Twitter, and website. They're all linked in the description below. And also linked in the description below is a link to my 500 subscribers contest. Check that out as well if you'd like. And that's all I have to say. See ya.